Hello guys, this is Karuna. Let's talk today on the subject of your possible next duduk key after the key of A. Now, suppose you already have your duduk in A and you are asking yourself if you need another key of duduk or not, and if yes, then you are choosing between this and that, so which one to choose. These sort of questions I will answer in this video, and this video is just for beginners because all advanced players already know what they want. You know, they already are thinking more kind of in practical terms, so that's why they just know, okay, in order to play this tonality in a comfortable way, I would need this key of the duduk. So they don't have this kind of questions, but if you have, this video is for you. Is it a must for a duduk player to have several duduk keys? No, it's not a must. So unless you are a professional duduk player and you are playing before people on the stage and things like, so you are professional, then you only need. But if you're a professional, you already know this. So otherwise, you probably do not need it necessarily. Do you really need another duduk key to learn playing duduk properly? This is the second question, and my answer is again no, it's not that necessary to have another duduk key to learn playing. So the best way to learn playing duduk is duduk in A, and especially if you are asking yourself if you really need it or not, then most probably you don't really need it. You probably need it a little bit, you know, just emotionally, but really probably not. Another question is, can you play any composition on duduk in the key of A? Yes, you can. What does it mean? It means just the very same composition which you might have heard on YouTube, for example, being played in the key of B flat. You can play, yes, you can play on the duduk in A, even using the same fingers on the same spots, opening the same holes here. It's just that the composition will sound a little bit flatter, because the duduk in A is half tone flatter than B flat. So this very same composition will be sounding a little bit flatter, but it will be the same thing. Unless you want to sound exactly like Jivan Gasparyan when he plays his B flat duduk, and you don't want to compromise this, then okay, you already know what you want. But if you are like short on money and you're thinking if you really need it, no, you don't really need it. You can play anything on duduk in A, and if you noticed on this channel, on my channel, on English speaking and Russian speaking channel, all the tutorials are played on the A duduk. So I did it in that way. Even if I found some composition played on another key of duduk, I pitched it up or down for you and played it on the A duduk. So on my channel, at least, everything is on A. You can learn it easily on A. Yeah, I mean, you can even play some composition which is originally on B flat duduk, for example, using A duduk and still playing in that tonality which was used on the B flat duduk, but in this case you will be playing with a lot of half tones and it will be uncomfortable. And in duduk world we mostly go the easy way, so we choose the easy way. And even the most professional duduk players, they have all the duduk keys. Why are they not able to play, let's say, that composition which was played on C duduk, on A duduk? Probably he could play it, but he will not do that because it's just not comfortable. Everybody wants to go the easy way. That's why another keys of duduk exist. Another question is why the key of A is so much popular, why it's the most popular key. My opinion is that it's just a physicality of the key of A. So it's about the length of it, it's about the comfortable length of the duduk, comfortable weight, comfortable fingers position, it's just comfortable finger stretching. It's not too much, it's not too less. Then the balance between low and high notes. So the duduk is able to produce nice bass, and it's also able to produce nice heights. And in terms of air blowing power, it is also kind of in the middle. You know, it's comfortable to play this for everyone, because other keys of the duduk are in this or that way kind of more difficult than A. So A is the easiest to learn. That's why it's being used to learn duduk in all duduk schools here in Armenia. Duduk in A is also more comfortable for intonating and for playing in tune. Another question is why do people buy another duduk keys if you basically can just manage everything with A? I think it's more, I mean, if you are professional and you are playing in a band, then of course you need several duduk keys, as I already mentioned. Or if the tonality is D minor and your band is playing in D minor, you need duduk in C, you know. But the technology today is already so much developed. When was it, like 1 year or 2 years already? So when I played in my last project for my friends, we played together, and they were all of them in Portugal recording, and I was in India. And then I had only my A duduk with me, but the composition was in A minor. The point was, how would I play the A minor scale having just my A major duduk? I mean, you know, I will be probably making some mistakes in half tones and stuff like this. And if you go to the studio, you pay for the time being there, you know. So and anyway, you just prefer to be with the duduk in G, you know, so that from 5 fingers here, you just play the A minor and you're fine with that. So I had only my duduk in A. What did we do? I just pitched up their song, and then I played in B minor here on my A duduk on top of that composition, which originally was in A minor, so 2 half tones up, and I recorded this playing, and then I sent my recording to them, and they pitched it down so that my duduk is just matching with their song. Why did I mention that the A, key of A, is the most balanced one and all other are more difficult? The sharper ones and the flatter ones, like the longer ones, the shorter ones, are kind of, for myself, they're all a little bit more difficult to play than the A. Maybe I'm just so much used to A that I'm speaking like this, but I think there are some reasons to it. For example, the key of G, which is longer than A, there is some challenge here for the lungs and for the body to play the G duduk more than A, I mean. So because it just needs air blowing power here. The same also we can say about the F. In terms of stretching fingers could be like problematic for someone. So if you want to jump straight from A to F, it could be a little bit shocking for your body in the first time. So if you're very much certain about that you can manage it, you can do it, okay, go for it. But otherwise, my advice is always just to take little steps. Take G maybe after A, or take B flat. Although the sound on the longer duduks is stable as well, it's not like on the sharper ones. The tuning is very much stable, but the lungs power, the muscles power, needs to be bigger than on A. I remember myself when I started to play key of G, I felt just dizzy, you know, while playing, because I was running out of air very, very quickly. So I was not able to finish the phrase to play the composition properly. And about the shorter keys, maybe you are now at the point where you are just starting playing your duduk, or you can still remember the times when you started. Most probably in the beginning you had problems with the upper notes here, and they were out of tune, like always sharper, always sharper. Why? This is because of the distance between your mouth, so the source of the air, and the playing hole. So if you close here, the air is coming out of the fourth one. You know, if you close two fingers here, air is coming out here. So, and the shorter is this distance between the hole and the mouth, the note of the mouth, the less stable is the tuning, and the less stable is the sound. That's why you were out of tune here. And this you can say also about the shorter duduks. If the duduk is like this, a short one, C duduk, you know, you see the distance here between the notes and the mouth is smaller. That's why the sound will behave like here. It will be like here on the higher notes, you know. It will be like less stable. That's why I say, if you want to grab a shorter duduk, first learn on A. Like at least take some steps on A, then only then take shorter duduks. If you ask myself how many do I have, so I have 5 keys. I have G, A, B flat, B natural and C, and it is more than enough. If you ask myself, do I really need all of them? In my case, it's probably yes and no. I need them, maybe not really, but most of them I need. Actually, all of them I already used for playing in some projects. I do not play them often, no, so I'm very much obsessed with my A duduk and sometimes also with G, kind of obsessed. And all others I take quite rarely. But do I like having them? Yes, I like them very much having them. I even would like to have another, probably a key of F. It's also a part of my job, you know, to have this experience, to be able to tell you about this experience. That's all. That was Karuna. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Actually, I never mentioned in my videos and asked you to subscribe to my channel, but I think it would be nice if you do that. So it will help me to develop the channel. Otherwise, all is fine. Bye bye.